Hello everyone! My name is Shiny Spinda, and welcome to my first ever YouTube Pokemon Let's Play video, and the first episode in the Pokemon Ultra Moon Puppy Challenge. In this challenge, I am going to try and beat the game, and beat the Elite Four, enter the Hall of Fame, by only using puppy Pokemon. Now, this might sound easy, like, oh, there are plenty of Pokemon that look like puppies, so this might be easy. But no, I'm only using the Pokemon that are classified as the puppy Pokemon. That leaves me 3 Pokemon: Growlithe, Lillipup, and Rockruff. So, and I'm not allowed to evolve any of them, but I am allowed to use Pokémon Refresh because I think without it, I think I will not survive this challenge. But if there comes to a place I can literally not progress, I'm just going to be interested in seeing how far I can get, and hope you all enjoy the experience with me. I'll explain the other rules as I go along, but for now, let's get started. As you can see, I've already started a save file. This is so I can go directly to where you choose your starter and so we can get to the action as quickly as possible. So without further ado, oh no, it's young Goose. Oh, it's so terrifying. So terrifying. And it's the starters! This will be one of the only times we see them, well, it's outside of rival battles. Meow. Bork bork. Oh, Popplio, I'm so sorry I won't be able to use you in this Let's Play. Popplio is like my favorite Gen 7 starter. He's just so adorable, and it evolves into 2 of my favorite types. My 3 favorite types are Grass, Water, and Fairy, so you can imagine how Popplio is perfect, but anyway, we're not choosing Popplio this time. And if we did, we couldn't use it for long. Alright, I should have set my speech settings to fast. I was scared spitless. I don't know how many times I've watched this scene just from trying to soft reset for a shiny Popplio. On Ultra Sun, that is. Skipping past this as much as I can. Rowlet! He's pretty cute too. He is the keychain that I got when I pre-ordered Pokemon Ultra Moon directly from the Pokemon Center. I was really, of course, hoping for Popplio, but Rowlet is pretty darn cute. And I actually have a Popplio plushie in real life, which you may see one day when I do my streams, which I may start those this weekend, I don't know. Alright, time to choose a starter. Now this is another one of the rules I've implemented for the puppy challenge. See, I am going to choose Rowlet. Well, I debated about this for a little bit, because I could have chosen Popplio, A, because I like it, and B, it's the sea lion Pokemon. And do you know what a baby sea lion is called? A pup! So I could have chosen Popplio, but I think for the challenge it'll be better to choose Rowlet. That way, Howl gets Popplio, and it'll make it harder for me later on. Because as soon as I'm able to access the Pokedex and the PC, I'm going to be giving myself a Growlithe from my Pokémon Bank. So Howl will have Popplio, which will of course have a type advantage against my Rowlet, against my Growlithe later on. Yes, I will go with Rowlet. Oh, little Hoot Hoot. Wait, Hoot Hoot is a separate Pokemon. Oh, I just love this little scene where you're holding up your starter. Why couldn't they have had it where you could carry your Pokemon could walk around with you? Why? Maybe in Pokemon Switch. Maybe in Pokemon Switch. Would you like to give Rowlet a nickname? Yeah, I'll just give it a nickname for now, because I'll probably still use it at some point. And, oh, I have set my stylus down somewhere. That's embarrassing. Anyway, oh, it's a male, so let's call it, well, even if it's a guy, I'll name it Twirly. Because it does that little thing where it spins around to go. Twirly has been added to your party. Alright. Pokeball. The Alakuna. But why? Yeah, for now, I'm going to do what Munching Orange did in his Ultra Moon Let's Play and just pick the silliest things, at least for now. Like in Cubo Wax Cubolock, I am going to just be sort of going through this initial stuff as quickly as I can, because the real action will only start whenever I get to my bank and switch out for Growlithe. The only reason I'm showing you this original stuff is so I can show you that I got Rowlet instead of Popplio or anything else for this, and to show you that I am not hacking. So immediately I am going to change my options and text speed to fast. So this will go much smoother. And this will initiate the first static encounter with Yungoos. Oh wait, this is Ultra Moon, so it's a static encounter with Batata. Alright, but it'll still be pretty easy. Don't know any grass type moves yet, so... Oh wait, Dark is effective against Ghost, but Ghost is effective against Dark. I'm still a relative noob to Pokemon, so... Like, even though I'm pretty good at type advantage, there are some times where I will forget. Leafage again. Like, usually I'm pretty good with type advantage, but recently I started playing Black and White for the first time, and I completely forgot that Dark is effective against Psychic. I thought it was the other way around, and so far every time I've done that, well, almost every time, I've made a mistake. So like, whenever my opponent brings out like a Lillipup, I'll bring out my mana. So, yeah, that's interesting. Okay, just run past all this. Yeah, I'll go ahead and grab that item. Avoid the grass. Oh, here comes How. You know, there are a lot of opinions on How as a rival. Like, a lot of people for him and a lot of people against. I sort of like him. He's chipper, he's fun. Yeah, like in the Cubolock, once the real action is started, once we've gotten Growlithe, I will start, like, trying voice act all these. Though, basically with me, it might all sound the same. Alright, first rival battle. This will be pretty easy because right now we have type advantage. Popplio! Aw, you better take care of that Popplio, How. You better. You know, my only question is, if I get far enough in the game where I actually enter the Pokemon League, I wonder how the scene and the end will be affected. Like, this might be spoilers if you haven't actually played this game yet, but when you're about to enter the Pokemon League, if you have your fully evolved starter with you, it'll pop out of its ball and it'll have a scene like your Primarina, the first Pokemon you ever chose, popped out to give you encouragement or something like that. I wonder how that scene will change with this challenge. Alright, just quickly go through this trainer battle. Popplio. Alright, just quick leafage. It's super effective, no duh. Yeah. I guess while we're... Oh, we just finished the rival battle. I was about to say, while we're doing the rival battle, we can talk about some more of the rules of the challenge, but we just literally finished the rival challenge. the rival battle, blah, blah, blah. But I guess while we're just going through some of this busy stuff, we can still talk about the other rules of the challenge. I already explained that I can only use the puppy Pokemon, but another rule is that I will not be allowed to evolve them because, of course, if they evolve, they're different Pokemon and no longer the puppy Pokemon. So, in addition to putting in a Growlithe, I will be trading myself some Everstones, or maybe I'll even give myself some Eviolites, so I can sort of account for the fact that they'll be weaker than evolved Pokemon. And just be sure to remember to use B whenever they try to evolve. But while I'm not allowed to evolve them, I am allowed to use Pokemon Refresh, because I'm pretty sure that without Pokemon Refresh and the benefits of, like, being able to survive a kill with 1 HP, completely miss a move, alleviate status conditions, I'm pretty sure that without that, I would not survive this challenge. Because as a noob to Pokemon, I will be struggling. And between videos, I will be, like, probably super strategizing for, like, all the trials and stuff like that. And if you have any suggestions for this challenge or any other challenges, feel free to comment down below. And since I'm not new to YouTube, I will feel free to give me critiques on my commentary, anything you feel concerns about. Thank you. And there is Lily. I like Lily, she's sweet. A lot of people compare her to Bianca in Black. I feel I know Bianca better. I know Lily better than Bianca because I only just started Black, so I really don't know enough to make that comparison. And in the corners, Nettie! That is one thing I haven't really decided on. Like, again, spoilers for the end of the game if you haven't already played through it. At the end, you get the chance, of course, you get the chance to catch Necrozma. I'm wondering, will I allow myself to battle and catch Necrozma? Like, of course I'll be battling Ultra Necrozma in Ultra Space, but once I get the chance to catch Necrozma, will I allow myself to catch him? I may just allow myself to catch him because he's a legendary and I'll just stuff in my bank and not use him. Yes, the Spearow. Is it just me, or are a lot of the first battles with flying types? Like, recently I also started Diamond, and the first 2 encounters I got were with Starly, and I had chosen Turtwig. Actually, at that point, I don't think they actually learned any flying moves, but in this generation, since basically any given Pokemon probably has a stab move, it probably wouldn't be... We'll see. Sorry, rambling. Oh wait, why did I do that? Of course it's not going to be very effective. See? Noob! Tackle. Oh man, we're getting relatively close to the end of the video, and we're not even close to where I want us to be. Let's see. Leer. When I first saw this scene, I thought it was really a good addition for us to have the battle of Spearow. And I was just worrying, like, wait, are they going to have this battle, all 3 of them? Because, like, even though it's not hard to battle a Spearow, it would just be tedious. I guess while we're going through this, I can explain about the Growlithe. Like, I bred a Growlithe before doing this challenge. It doesn't have it wasn't IV bred, and it doesn't have any egg moves, so it's not spectacular, but it's not horrible either. I don't remember its IVs at the moment. But when I bring it in, it'll be level 5. As a penalty for, like, if you really wanted this to be a quote-unquote true puppy challenge, you would somehow hack the game to get a Growlithe from the start, but I don't really like hacking games, So I'm going to be using it from Pokemon Bank, and sort of as a penalty for that, A, I'm going to give Hal Popplio, and B, I'm going to have the Growlithe be level 5. That means that it'll be essentially a starter Pokemon, but without the benefit of the experience from these initial tutorial battles. Oh no, we're falling! But Cubo made a very good point. Like, Nevi can tell... Oh, wait a minute. Wait, Nevi can only use his power in duress, and it sort of wasn't able to use his power. Never mind. Like... Tapu Koko Go! You. Oh, and more about the Growlithe. The Growlithe will be inserted from Pokemon Bank, not traded, and therefore it will not get boosted EXP. This is where we get the Sparkling Stone for our Z Power Ring. Yeah, that will be interesting, the Power Ring, because since only Growlithe evolves using a Firestone, I won't have to worry about leveling up. So it will always have the capability to carry Z crystals, but with Rockruff and Lillipup, I'll either want them to hold Eviolite or Everstones. Well, I guess I can still let them use Z crystals. I just had to remember to always press B to keep them from evolving. So really, that's not the biggest problem. Sorry, this is super unprofessional commentary. I'm not very good at preparing. I'm still really new, but remember, that's what the comments are for. To complain, constructive criticism, which I prefer, but you do you. Let's see. Iki Town. Hello, Professor Kukui. And Hala is about to return. So, what else can I talk about? Kahuna Hala. Let's see. I can think about his grand trial for a little bit. That might be, well, fighting types. I won't have a flying or psychic type, so I won't have type advantage. But maybe the Normalian Z will give me an edge. Let's see. And in this series, unless you guys specifically request it, I will most likely not be doing episode Rainbow Rocket using the Puppymon challenge rules. Just because the battles get so much harder in Rainbow Rocket. Well, the grunts aren't that difficult, but the bosses are pretty difficult. I remember playing Ultra Sun normally, fighting Giovanni. Spoiler if you haven't seen any of the announcements or played the game. I think it was his Mewtwo, or maybe even his Nidoking, just destroyed my team. So depending on how my Pokemon do, and based on whether or not you guys request it, I will most likely not do episode Rainbow Rocket in this series. Alrighty. Oh, I don't know why Hal makes us wait up when all he's going to do is talk to Hala, and then Hala's going to point out our Sparkling Stone. So why is Hal calling us back when he was going to talk to his grandfather? Yes, we know it's a Sparkling Stone. Let's see. Sorry again for these, sudden bursts of silence. I know there are some YouTubers that are just constantly talking, like Stampy and probably Cubo. I haven't really been watching him for too long. By the way, shout out to Cubowack for being the man who ultimately inspired me to make this channel. But I just can't think of things right at the top of my head like that, just constantly keep talking. Hopefully we'll be able to reach the Pokemon Center in this video, so that the real action can begin in the next video. Let's see. What a stunning sunset. Indeed. Alright, time to answer the door. Why is Kukui always just let himself in? Is there less stranger danger in Hawaii? Is that why it's more casual in Alola to just stroll right in? I don't know. I once saw this documentary in, actually it was in my government class. We were watching a documentary about, like, school shootings and stuff, and the person who was doing it actually went to Canada, and he went to this neighborhood, and he found that most of the houses let their doors were wide open. Mostly because people in Canada, I guess they're friendlier, more trusting, so because everyone's more trusting, there's less security, and there are fewer break-ins. So people don't have to lock their doors. Which is really, it's not sad for Canada, but when it comes to the US, it makes it sad because we don't trust a whole lot. So we have all these alarms, locks on our doors, and we're getting the tutorial on catching Pokemon. Honestly, the Pokeballs he'll give us for the tutorial will probably be all the Pokeballs we'll need for this challenge, because after Growlithe, I'll only allow myself to catch Lillipup and Rockruff in the wild, and that'll be it. I won't be catching any other Pokemon, except most likely Necrozma, and of course I won't be using Necrozma. Is it Necrozma or Necrozma? Because there are so many different variations of Pokemon pronunciations, and I really want to be correct, but there's so many arguments on what is correct. Like, some people say that Pidgeot is Pidgeot. But, I always like to call it Pidgeot, but I don't know. I become more interested in Pokemon pronunciation because right now I'm in a phonetics class. It's a French phonetics class, but it still goes deep into, pronunciation, making sure you do the right sounds. It's actually pretty interesting. Alright, static encounter. This will be a Grubbin, won't it? You can tell I played this game more than once. I definitely know original Sun better than Ultra Sun and Moon. I've of course played through them all. Let's see. The grass will be very effective on Bug, so I will use Tackle on Grubbin. Sorry, Grubbin. Yeah, I don't really use Bug types all that much. Bug types and normal types, those are my two least favorite types. So, anyway. Do. Oh, get this potion over there. Pokeball. And this will be our first trainer battle. Alright, last Audrey. After this battle, I will end the video. So, sorry guys that this video wasn't very exciting. I'll probably put a note at the beginning where like, this isn't, you can feel free to skip this video, the rules of the challenge are in the description. So if you just want to see sort of the setup for this challenge, you can go ahead and watch. Let's see. Bunny. Yeah. I also got confused because like, I was doing research onto types, and I had the official Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon National Pokedex, and I thought I read that Lopunny was a normal and ground type. But turns out I was confusing that with Bunnelby. Yeah. I mean, they're both bunny Pokemon, and they had a thing in the anime. But anyway, this is the end of this video. Next time, well, in between these videos, I will skip ahead to where I will put in my Growlithe, so you guys won't have to be bored to your mind just watching me do all this intro stuff. And I will put rules in the description and a note at the beginning. You don't really have to watch this video unless you want to. But thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe, comment, like, whatever you want, and feel free to put constructive criticism, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!